Imagine this. You wake up one day, years from now, and something feels different. It's not the usual morning routine. It's not the same old coffee, the familiar chair, or the newspaper folded just right. It's a feeling, an overwhelming realization that life has changed. The years have slipped through your fingers like sand. You look around, and suddenly, you wonder, did I make the right choices? Did I prepare myself for these years? Or did I just let time carry me like a leaf in the wind? This isn't a story about regret. No, this is a story about transformation. A story about you, right now, making 5 critical adjustments that will shape your future into something you will cherish rather than endure. These aren't just tips. These are life-changing decisions that will determine whether your later years are filled with joy and fulfillment or silent sorrow. And trust me, by the time we reach the 5th adjustment, you'll see your future in a completely different light. Let's begin. Rethink your definition of happiness. Here's a truth few people talk about. Happiness in your later years is not what you think it is. For most of your life, you've been conditioned to believe that happiness comes from success, wealth, status, or material things. And for a while, that might be true. But as you grow older, these things lose their meaning. The car, it gets old. The house, it becomes empty. The titles, they fade. But do you know what never loses its value? Relationships, purpose, health. Let's take a quick example. Meet Mr. Ahmed. He spent his entire life building businesses, making money, proving himself to the world. But now, he sits alone in a mansion, eating dinner in silence, staring at a phone that never rings. Then there's Mrs. Fatima. She never made millions, never became famous. But every evening, her house is filled with laughter. Her children, her grandchildren, her friends. Happiness isn't about what you have. It's about who you have and how you spend your days. So, adjustment number 1, redefine what happiness means to you. If you think it's about success, think again. If you think it's about possessions, look deeper. Because the sooner you understand this, the richer your future will be. Invest in your health, like right now. If you're ignoring your health right now, thinking, oh, I'll deal with it later, then let me ask you this. Would you rather spend your later years traveling, playing with your grandchildren, and enjoying life? Or sitting in a hospital bed, watching the world move on without you? Your future self is begging you to start taking care of your body now. Exercise isn't just for looking good. It's your insurance for mobility. A good diet isn't just about weight. It's the difference between freedom and dependency. And regular checkups, they're your best weapon against diseases that creep up silently. Take the case of Uncle Javed. He ignored his health for years, always saying, I'll start next month. Next month became next year. And then, it was too late. Diabetes, hypertension, a life of pills and restrictions. But you still have time. And if you make this adjustment now, you're giving yourself the greatest gift of all. More years, more memories, more life. Embrace change or get left behind. Here's a harsh reality. The world is changing, fast. Technology is evolving, societies are shifting, and the way we live, work, and connect is drastically different from even a decade ago. If you resist change, you don't just get old, you become irrelevant. Think about this. Your grandparents struggled with mobile phones. Many elderly people today don't understand online banking or social media. And in just a few years, AI, automation, and digital currencies will be the new norm. Will you adapt, or will you struggle like they did? Meet Auntie Sima. She refused to learn new things, insisted on doing things the old way. Now, she struggles to book a doctor's appointment because she doesn't know how to use online services. And then, there's Mr. Salim. In his 60s, but always learning, always adapting. He uses technology to manage his health, stay connected, and even make money online. The choice is yours. Adapt or get left behind. Build financial security. But wisely. Money isn't everything, but let's be real, it does matter. Here's a question. Do you want to depend on others in your old age? Or do you want the freedom to live on your own terms? Most people think retirement is about saving money, but smart people know it's about investing it. Inflation will eat away at savings, medical costs will rise, The only way to stay ahead is to make your money work for you. Passive income, smart investments, and financial literacy. These are your weapons. Whether it's real estate, stocks, or a side business, you need a plan. Because if you don't have a financial safety net, the stress alone can ruin your later years. Leave a legacy, more than just memories. Here's the final and perhaps the most important adjustment. Leave a legacy, more than just memories. Here's the final and perhaps the most important adjustment. What will you leave behind? And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the impact you'll have on others, the wisdom you'll pass down, the love you'll give, the lessons you'll teach. Ask yourself, will people remember you for the wealth you accumulated or the lives you touched? Your time is now. Make the adjustments, embrace these changes. And when the years pass, you won't just be watching life go by, you'll be living it. So, my friend, which of these 5 adjustments will you start today? Let's make these years the best ones yet. If you found value in this, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Because the more we prepare for a happier later life, the more beautiful our future becomes. Stay wise, stay prepared, stay happy.